Hi, my name is George Englund, and this is my thought leadership project for Catalyst University. And I would like to start out with a quote from Pastor Craig Groeschel that I heard at the Seattle One Day Conference. Pastor Craig said, "The difference between a good leader and a great leader is one who learns to anticipate rather than react." In that same segment, he said, "Anticipatory leaders discern future threats and opportunities." It made me think about an exercise that I'm familiar with in the corporate world, and that is to do a SWOT analysis. SWOT is spelled SWOT, an acronym for strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats. It's a valuable process to lead a team through a SWOT analysis. So what would that look like for a church? So let me suggest, if you got your staff together or your leadership team together and sat down and piece by piece went through these, it might go something like this. Let's look at our strengths. Maybe we have a really committed congregation. We're strong in our volunteer base. We have solid financials, and we're growing. We have a great facility. We're in a great area. Those are all strengths. Celebrate those. Find out what's working and why it's working. The next one is to deal with the weaknesses. Take an honest inward look at the weaknesses of your organization. Maybe it's a lack of adult formation classes. Maybe you have a lack of space. Maybe your volunteer base is not very strong. Perhaps you're not meeting budget. Could be experiencing high attrition rates. These are things that hopefully will lead to action. And for some of these, you need to stop the bleeding. You need to find out why. So it's a good, honest look at what those weaknesses are. The next category is opportunities. What opportunities does your church have to grow, to expand your footprint? Maybe your church is in a growing community with young families that visit your church every week. How do you reach out to them? How do you make that stick? Maybe you want to expand your community impact. Maybe you want to partner with other nonprofit service organizations. What is it that would be a next step for expanding your ministry? But be careful to make sure that what you say yes to lines up with your mission. The last category is threats. And unfortunately, we have to look at this, but I think we need to look at this not so much outward threats that are visible, but things like complacency. Complacency can be a threat to an organization. Pastor Craig Groeschel, again at the conference, said, "Nothing fails like success." And by that, he's talking about if you've experienced success, if you are in that season of success, be very careful not to park it there. So anticipate what's next. Distractions can be a threat. Distractions can derail our ministries, can derail the direction we're going. So maybe you need to ask also, what do we need to stop doing as an organization? Because those could be potential threats. Maybe you need to ask a tough question like, is there anything or anybody that could potentially damage our impact, our reputation, or our culture? Those are very real threats. So this has just been a brief summary of these categories. You can expand on that. The important thing is to involve everybody. Make sure everybody is heard. And as a leader, you need to prioritize these and then take action. So God bless you as you enjoy this journey.